All right, so here's a thought for today. You know, Tisha B'Av, the saddest day of the Jewish calendar, is coming up in one day, Wednesday night and Thursday, in which we remember the destruction of the first and second temples back in Jerusalem thousands of years ago, and also many other tragedies in our history. And I'm just here at Apsley, at the Jewish preschool here in Maroubra, and just been speaking with all the kids. Last week I gave them a challenge. I explained to them about the destruction of our temples. And I said to them, every time you do a good deed, you do a mitzvah, you're almost like putting a brick back onto the temple. Every time you do a mitzvah, it's a good deed, you're rebuilding that temple. Because the temple was built because the Jews weren't respecting each other. It's every time that we care for one another, we're rebuilding the temple. And so look, what a beautiful surprise. I came in today and both classes, the other class had a wall with a picture of the temple in it with lots of little bricks around it. And here also there's a beautiful picture of the temple, and the kids have their faces and little mitzvahs, little good deeds that they've done, and they've posted beneath their photos. And I just think how beautiful it is. How much can we learn from our children? You know, adults can be involved in an argument, and they won't speak to each other for years or decades go by. They don't resolve the conflict. Whereas children, they fight, and then a few moments later they're playing once again. You know, they're so simple, they're so sincere, they're so beautiful, and I think as we grow older, you know, we think we're becoming so sophisticated, we think we're maturing, but actually in reality, we can look at our children and learn so much from them. And I've learned so much from them today. One little idea last week in a few moments has led to so many good deeds being done amongst the children, and I'm sure Hashem and everyone is so happy because they're doing all these good deeds. And so let's learn from them. This Tisha B'Av, as we approach this sad day, let's learn from our children in how to come together with love, with sincerity, with simplicity. How not to confuse things and make things too complicated. Because ultimately, there's so much to learn, there's so much beauty. And let's learn from our kids. Let's come together with love. And I wish you all a very meaningful Tisha B'Av. May these days be transformed from days of sadness to days of joy. And on that, there's no one who knows how to celebrate more than young children.